Welcome, my friends. Today we're doing Helm's Deep. Wanted to share a couple of the things I found. Now, the first one is from when this sad bloke gets skewered at the very beginning of the battle. Something I found a little funny is all these orcs are standing around looking at it, and then two orcs over, this orc, it looks like he's holding his hand in front of his mouth. He's like, "Oh no, what just happened?" Just a gasp. Just, huh. This next was pretty great. So in this shot here, the elf on Aragorn's left totally gets clocked by his neighbor's arrows right in the face, and they stay mostly in his face, and he kind of just has to deal with it. So, poor bloke. And then the elf on the right is just dealing out some vengeance. The ladders. Most of the orcs just jump off when the ladder reaches the top. But there's one Uruk-hai, I should be saying Uruk-hai, my bad, who goes just full sends it. And here's my thing, the wall's not that wide on top, so I'm wondering if he just missed the wall entirely. Legolas is considered the greatest fantasy archer ever, and I have some proof for you right here. As you can see, Legolas draws an arrow so fast you can't even see it till he starts drawing it back on the bow. At the top of the third ladder right here, we've got the case of an elf knocking off an Uruk-hai, only to be yanked off by the following Uruk-hai. A little back-to-back action for you. So I'd never realized this before, but when Aragorn tells the elves to fire a volley into these awaiting Uruk-hai, one gets a nice present through the eye slit. That's not fun. This Uruk-hai on the very edge of our screen over here seems to have some trouble making his way over to Aragorn. Now here's where things might get a little more interesting. The gate is broken through, and the soldiers do their best, and then King Theodin and his personal guard come down to join the fight. Well, if you see right here in this initial rush to protect the gate, King Theodin is part of that rush. And here, he's right there with them. He's even there in this blurry shot. He's moved to the side. He's right there with them. But wait, he's actually still up in his spot and just now says, "Let's go down there." So apparently he's mastered the ability of being in two places at once. What a king. Little funny thing for you here that you'll probably see every time you watch from now on. Back there in the corner, behind that guy in the doorway. Do you see what I see? A ladder. Probably thought it was out of the way, that they'd moved it far enough back and away so that it wasn't in the shot. Turns out it was. That's just a cool little detail for you guys to look for whenever you watch it now. Can you spot the ladder in Helm's Deep? So, this was another one of those kind of funny little things that I noticed. There is an Uruk-hai hanging to the outside of this ladder. I don't know why, but apparently the jostle made him let go. Has a long way to fall. Not a great plan. So I don't know how many know this. If you've watched the behind the scenes and the appendices for Lord of the Rings, you will. But Arwen was originally going to be in the Battle of Helm's Deep. She was going to show up, I think, with the Lothlorien elves and be a part of the battle. But they decided as it went on that it didn't really make sense and decided to take her out of the battle. But she can still be seen in some of the shots. Like this one, for example. As it goes along, look up in the upper corner right there. You can see Arwen running onto the screen. There she is. Right next to Gimli and Aragorn. final charge of Theodin here, or what he thinks is his final charge. And the cry of Fourth Aerlingus. Well, looks like Arwen was a part of this charge. In this scene where they ride through the gate, you can clearly see that Arwen is riding directly next to Aragorn. By the looks of it, she's riding Asphaloth. I can't say his name. I wish I could. I'm sorry, I butchered that. But there she is, riding along. And you even see her more later, right here, charging out the gate. There she is. For years, I've thought that you have Theoden, Aragorn, Legolas. But if you watch, there's another Legolas right behind Legolas. But which one is Legolas? Well, that's not too hard to tell, because if you look at their swords, one has a curved elvish blade, the other has a straight sword of the Rohirrim. Looks like they realized they couldn't just take out Arwen completely, so they just made another Legolas. Also, it's very clearly Legolas, because as it goes on, you can see his double knives on his back. So those are just some of the things I found in this massive battle. There's probably more, but these are the ones I thought were really cool and I wanted to share. If you have any recommendations of what I should do next, let me know. And thanks for stopping by.